大家好，我叫 Ronald， 我是 acid plant operator. As I introduced, I am Ronald Kapesa from acid plant. I'm commonly known by my Chinese name, Mr. Ro. However, I may look uncivilized, unwise, uncultured if I was to go on and on with my profound speech without recognizing the presence of our CEO, deputy CEOs, managers present, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow contestants. Today I stand before you alongside my wonderful Chinese colleagues on a cusp of celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is a festival that is much cherished in their culture because it brings families together. However the case, going by the theme of the celebration, I would love to take you through my journey with CCS, my story with them. For your information, I've not been at CCS for a longer period of time. I've worked for CCS only for 10 months now. I joined on 20th November last year. But when I walked through the gates and through the doors of Chambishi Copper Smelter, I was so struck by the powerful and the bridge that I found between language that we have, between the cultures that we have. I found it a challenge to communicate with them. That is the more reason why I want to share with you my story with them with regard to language barriers. Language, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, is a powerful tool. A tool that is used to communicate, to bridge ideas, to bring two cultures together, to bring people together as one. Yet it can also present formidable challenges if not handled carefully, especially if we are working in a multilingual or a multicultural environment like the one we are in, Chambishi Copper Smelter. But when I first embarked my journey with them, I encountered that challenge. But bit by bit with them, with determination and goodwill, with my Chinese colleagues, we were able to dismantle the language barrier brick by brick, brick by brick. We are not so fast about it, but we came to understand each other at the shortest period of time. How were we able to communicate so easily and so fluently? Patience and persistence was one of them that we both cultivated. I came to find that my Chinese colleagues are also patient people, and I cultivated that virtue which they have. In the face of language barrier, patience became our greatest ally. We were able to use patience, and we found that patience was one of the things that made ourselves to understand and build meaningful communication, meaningful connection, and increased productivity in acid plant. Another aspect that I came to learn was to be an active listener. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not an active listener, you will miss each and every point. You will make misoperations after misoperations. But become an active listener, you will be able to bridge the language barriers that we may face. This showed me and my colleagues that I wasn't there actually only to communicate with them, but to show how respectful I was to them in conveying ideas along with other Zambian counterparts in acid plant with our Chinese colleagues. The other aspect, as it was mentioned earlier, is language learning. Ladies and gentlemen, language learning is something that is so difficult. You come from a different region, you join another region, you start learning a language, just even within our cultural norms, even within Zambia, it's so difficult for me to move from the northwestern, I go to southern province, the same day I'm able to speak their language. It's not so easy. It will take time. That is the same thing that I've come to experience here. Language learning is one thing that I came to understand, that our Chinese colleagues will be learning language, which is the English language which we use to communicate within the plant, bit by bit, to increase our productivity. On my part, I took it upon myself as well to learn some Chinese basics, so that in the process of production, I'll be able to grasp the simplest ideas that they may have, the simplest basic communications that I may have with them. Examples that I may give is, I'm able to tell a Chinese, I'm happy to meet you. I'm also happy to share with you that I'm able to tell a Chinese that I know a little bit of Chinese, but I can't speak it well. And my Chinese colleagues are able to understand me in that category. Ladies and gentlemen, I have learned this language the 10 months that I've been with CCS. The determination that I have with regard to productivity of the company is one thing that has helped me to cultivate interest in them, in as much as they cultivate interest in us to communicate with us in English. Another aspect is non-verbal communication. I'm sure you remember a time when you were young, misbehaving when visitors have come. Our parents could just give you a look, and you'll be able to tell, I must behave. Even just doing this, you will know that she's telling me to say, stop doing that. That is one thing that I've also been able to cultivate here. I have come to find that non-verbal communication is a universal language. Even a young one can be able to understand it. By using facial expressions, sign language, gestures in our speaking, it has been able to help me understand what they are talking about. I have also cultivated cultural sensitivity. Coming to learn about their cultures and norms has helped me to be who I am today, to respect others as well. The other aspect is teamwork and collaboration. The Chinese value teamwork. Ladies and gentlemen, teamwork is the key to any successful workplace you may go to, not only with the Chinese, but in any different aspect of your life. Teamwork is something that we all need to embrace. In as much as we want to embrace teamwork, when you are communicating, seek clarity. In a space where you are in doubt, seek clarification. I always seek clarification, and this shows them that I am eager to learn more about them. I'm eager to learn more in acid plant. I joined acid plant as a workman, but today I'm operating in the control room. Being a fast learner, it has helped me to be closer to them, communicate with them at a high rate. As we prepare to celebrate this festival today, I am reminded of the beauty of cultural diversity. If I was to learn their culture, they will also be able to come to learn my culture. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I've come to appreciate is that with the Chinese, hard work is not merely about long hours of work. No, I've worked from morning up to evening, this and that. No, but it is rooted with discipline and focus. In summation, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to indeed thank my Chinese colleagues seated in front of me. I can see old faces. It is true what they say, Shanghai she, Laodala. Family values are very important. In summation, let us remember that even if we are in language barriers, we can come together as one to increase the productivity of the company. Tasheshela.